All right, guys, we're going to rock and roll on the show here. We hot, J-Dubs? Fantastic. Good show lined up for you. If you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, please do us the favor of liking and sharing the show. Judah will confirm some of the channels that we're live. We're live on the group, J-Dubs.
Yeah.
How about the 36th annual toy lift tomorrow, J-Dubs?
I think that's wonderful. I think they do an awesome service for their community, and everybody involved deserves full props.
Well said. And we have some snow in the forecast, but it's rain or shine, snow or shine for the toy lift. It's at Fashion Square Mall tomorrow, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. We want to help get the word out. A lot we're going to cover on the broadcast. There's more to this $250 million. They say it's somewhere between $230 million and $250 million for this school, but that always comes in low.
Yeah.
It's always over that number. School board members on Wednesday, surprised, dismayed, shocked. I heard Ann Malick today on the morning show, and she was absolutely used the words, we were surprised, taken aback.
Is that because for such a long time
the center model? Yeah, because that was the push, was the center model, and away from specific high schools for certain feeder patterns. There were going to be various centers built, and a second center is currently in construction.
And I think they wanted to have, 3 or 4 done by now?
Yeah, they wanted to have 4 centers done by now. We're currently constructing the second. Like anything tied to government, it's behind.
And now they want more.
And now they're scrapping the center concept and want a $250 million high school. Mike Pruitt straight up said in the meeting, we can't pay for this.
Yeah.
Are we on the cusp of Albemarle Countyans to be taxed even more? Tomorrow's tax day. Tomorrow your real estate taxes are due, your personal property taxes are due, the 5th of December tomorrow, just a PSA. Are we on the cusp of having our taxes raised again? They just raised the real estate tax rate 4 cents.
Yeah.
4 cents for some fire and rescue personnel, some hiring, a little affordable housing affordability. I mean, are we foreshadowing another tax increase in the county? We'll talk about that on today's program. We got news and notes. We got a business opening on the downtown mall on Great Harvest. Goodness gracious, we got a lot to cover on the show today. Like and share the show. Judah Wick, are you ready to rock and roll?
Yeah.
We live on LinkedIn?
We should be.
Fantastic. Feels great. Great day to be alive today. All right, let's rock and roll, Judah, when you're ready.
Quiet on the set.
Quiet on the set. Quiet on the set. Welcome to the I Love CVille show, guys. My name is Jerry Miller. Thank you for joining us on a Thursday in downtown Charlottesville. Our show is loaded with local content for you. We're going to talk about that basketball team. They smother the Texas Longhorns. They clip the Texas Longhorns. They destroy the Texas Longhorns on national TV. And I was thoroughly impressed with Ryan Odom and this basketball program, a balanced offensive attack. They have big guys who can score. They have guards who can score. They have depth. They have an up-tempo, pleasing to the eye style of offense. Ryan Odom is 7-1, and Virginia looks like they have 9 horses that they can put on the floor at any given time and not skip a beat. We'll talk about that Wahoo win against Texas on today's program. We'll talk Albemarle County supervisors. These are the men and women that run a significant, was it the 6th largest county in the Commonwealth, Albemarle County? They allocate the budget, they determine how the money from taxpayers is going to be spent. And on Wednesday, in a joint session with the Albemarle County School Board, the school system is the largest line item on the yearly budget for the supervisors. On Wednesday, the school board members told the supervisors, we need somewhere around $250 million, $250 million for a new high school in Albemarle County. And this absolutely shocked, if not dismayed, the supervisors that were hearing the presentation. Albemarle County Supervisor Mike Pruitt, in fact, said, we don't have this money. This morning on the morning show, Ann Malik, she said, we don't have this money. We don't know where this is going to come from. So now, Albemarle Countyans are left asking this question as we head into tomorrow's snow. Is a tax rate, a tax hike on the near horizon? And remember, the county just raised the real estate tax rate 4 cents mere months ago. We're going to unpack this story from every single angle today on the I Love CVille show. We're going to talk business, news, and notes. Got some tidbits from friend of the program, Conan Owen, on Chicken Salad Chick, and a UVA Darden graduate doing some special things. In fact, the Chicken Salad Chick owner is a Darden graduate. A lot of people may not realize this. Coden sending this information on to us. He also highlights another Darden graduate, Olivia Cleary, who's the founder of the Clearly Collective, and she's been named to the Forbes magazine 30 under 30 list. Goodness gracious, an abundance of riches at this school we call the University of Virginia. One of our clients, friends of the program, Chris and Tracy Crowley, they're opening a new location on the Charlottesville Downtown Mall for their Great Harvest Bread Company business. The signage went up yesterday. Ladies and gentlemen, in the old Wells Fargo building, one of the most historic and significant buildings in all of the city of Charlottesville, Chris and Tracy Crowley will take over the former ATM space of Wells Fargo and Wachovia Bank and open what they call a spoke, where they will have coffee, iced coffee, to-go drinks, to-go food, grab and goes, handhelds, for all to enjoy. Their bakery, their commissary kitchen, their bakery in Woodard Plaza, just a mile or so away from their first spoke. So we're going to champion and we're going to celebrate Chris and Tracy Crowley as they expand their locally owned and operated business, Great Harvest, onto the downtown mall. We'll also talk Little John's on today's program. We'll talk some football on today's show. We'll remind you the toy lift is tomorrow. This show is full of holiday cheer. I'm feeling absolutely fantastic today. Get to sit next to somebody I call family, Judah Wickower, and do a show that, you know, for the most part, I think we really enjoy doing. We love connecting with the viewers and listeners. I'd love to give some props, if we could, to John Vermillion and Andrew Vermillion. Charlottesville Sanitary Supply, they've been in business for 61 years. We're working alongside the Vermillions right now with launching a new division of their family business. I'm very excited in the very near future to have the Vermillions make that announcement on this program. John and Andrew have proudly served this community at Charlottesville Sanitary Supply for 61 years at East High Street and online at charlottesvillesanitarysupply.com. And evolution, a new evolution to their business is on the near horizon, and we're proud to work alongside this family and offer counsel of how they can continue gaining market share and driving brand awareness for the many services they offer our fine and fair community. Judah Wickower's studio camera. And once you go to the studio camera, we then need to welcome you to the program on a two-shot. I thought you did a hell of a job yesterday. You did a fantastic job earlier in the week. I heard yesterday, again, some props about your temp experience at where? Klockner Pentaplast, where you had to work a 12-hour shift and leave the shift in the blizzard after working an 8-hour day at the book factory, at the book packing factory. Judah Wickower, you are blossoming on this talk show before our very eyes. My friend, the headline that most intrigues you today and why, we didn't even add the Cavalier Daily's coverage of Porter Wilkinson to this headline. The Cavalier Daily has got an investigative piece citing 6 anonymous sources that basically offers a snapshot of Porter Wilkinson, the vice rector of the UVA Board of Visitors, her interference. Some of these unnamed sources are using the word unethical interference in the provost search. This has been going on for an extended period of time. UVA has 2 headhunting firms, 2 search firms helping the school find a provost. This was before Jim Ryan's resignation. And 6 anonymous sources, some of the 6, have called Porter Wilkinson, the vice rector, unethical in her interference in this provost search. The plot thickens. There's also another letter, this one from William Walker in the Daily Progress. And William Walker in the Daily Progress basically is saying Glenn Youngkin has filled the UVA Board of Visitors with artificial aristocrats. Artificial aristocrats, ladies and gentlemen. Hasn't it always been artificial?
Is that just is that just a political dig? I feel like we don't like that you put in your people, so we're going to call them, what was it?
Artificial
aristocrats?
Artificial aristocrats. Absolutely unbelievable. Judah Whitcare, which headline most intrigues you and why, my friend?
Oh, let's see. I was frankly surprised that the Albemarle County Board of Supervisors nixed the new school idea, but I'm proud of them.
I don't know if it's nixed yet. I would.
They wanted more information.
Yep. Oh, go ahead.
But I appreciate the restraint.
Well, I mean, here's the problem we have. Okay, this is the problem we have. We know schools are at full capacity. They're at full capacity. The school board is saying the capacity is going to get even more strained.
Yeah, they showed projections.
They showed data projections. And Malik this morning on the morning show said, I need Weldon Cooper to get involved here and truly indicate the capacity that's coming for Albemarle County.
Yeah, I think there were a lot of calls during the meeting to, saying we don't know where this information is from. Yeah.
The Fluvanna County built a second school. And that second school I put on my Facebook page yesterday. Let's see if I can find it. I think that was about $70 million. The second school was $82 million for the Fluvanna County second high school. And with the benefit of hindsight and retrospect, many in Fluvanna would say that was a complete you-know-what show and a mistake for us to spend $82 million on this second school. They're talking $250 million now for this high school. I can say this, I'm torn on it because the schools are at capacity.
Yeah.
I'm torn on it because schools and children are bipartisan. They're a across-the-aisle issue.
Yeah.
Jim Hingley watches the program from time to time. I have tremendous respect for him, have said if the governor would allow a referendum to potentially raise the sales tax a penny or a percent, a nominal amount, with the proceeds from that sales tax increase allocated to capital improvements or the construction of new schools, he believes many in Albemarle County, many in the city of Charlottesville would overwhelmingly vote in favor of said referendum. Okay? I also am concerned that many in Albemarle County are being priced out of Albemarle. We just raised the real estate tax rate 4 cents.
Yeah.
Your taxes are due tomorrow. If they're not in escrow and paid by your mortgage company, or you do them yourself because you don't have any debt on your house and you have to pay them on June 5th and December 5th, they're due tomorrow. It's a PSA, also your personal property. We just paid ours. I did a total, and I sent this to my wife. Now, we do have, some rental property, okay, across the board with City of Charlottesville real estate taxes, Albemarle County real estate taxes, personal property tax. This does not include business taxes, but just the real estate and personal property taxes. In 2025 alone, our family paid nearly $50,000 in 2025 alone.
Yeah.
Okay? And I'm straightforward with the viewers and listeners. I'm straightforward with our tenants. We pass on a lot of that base to tenants with yearly increases. But even if your yearly increase is in the tune of 4 to 5%, which is standard, you're not making up. You're not making up all these overhead like internet and electric and furniture and taxes. You don't break even. There's some years you're operating in the red. So I'm mindful of Albemarle Countyans facing more budgetary overhead than ever before. I'm mindful that just the average Joe and the average Jennifer is like, you want to build a $250 million school? Where's this money going to come from? And you already have Supervisors Pruitt and Supervisors Malik saying, we can't fund this. A viewer that watches and listens to the show, I didn't ask him if I could utilize his commentary, but he has texted me his thoughts on this new school. And he, in this text message that he sent to me, I won't use his name because I don't have permission to use it. He says the bottom line is the supervisors cannot figure out how to financially pay for this $250 million high school. The county can only borrow another $72 million via bonds for the next 5 years. Any more than that, and the county will lose its AAA bond rating. The new high school will cost $200+ million. We probably need it, but the county literally can't borrow that much money. And he says, which we all know, this all stems from the school board's center model being an absolute disaster because it didn't help with the student capacity problem. Viewers and listeners, giddy up and get ready. Judah, offer some thoughts and I'll get to comments.
I mean, my thoughts are, aside from taking the wrong tack and now trying to change course, this is the kind of thing that I feel like you should plan for. I see a lot of reactionary actions taken in Charlottesville and Albemarle County, where rather than saying, okay, in 10 years we're going to be over capacity, let's start planning for that. We're going to be over capacity. We're already over capacity, and we need this now. And so everything is always a major ask. We're always, it's down to the wire. And no, plan ahead.
I'm gonna add a little bit more color to this story, and be very straightforward here. And I just got a text message on the phone. The gentleman who offered that commentary via text message is watching the show, and he said, in this case, you can use my name. His name is Philip Reese. He's a man of very reasonable mindset.
And a business owner.
Business owner, very reasonable guy. Fiscally responsible guy. Mm-hmm. Okay? The school board members that are positioning $250 million in taxpayer spend for a new high school north of town. How many of you at all are concerned that one of those school board members is someone named Allison Spillman, who a handful of weeks ago compared students in a club at Western Albemarle High School to the Ku Klux Klan? Does your opinion of her, or does your consideration of her judgment, maybe that's a better way, do you consider her judgment being sound of mind when it comes to $250 million in taxpayer spend? When just mere weeks ago, she's comparing students in a county she represents to maybe the worst group in American history. Do we have a track record of confidence with the school board in Albemarle County when we are in this position because the plan previously rolled out by school board members, and many on this board have served multiple terms? Some are running unopposed for multiple terms. They've positioned the county in this predicament with this center model that has fumbled and bumbled and stumbled and crumbled. Mm-hmm. Are we not in this position because of poor decision making they've already made? So who has the confidence in a $250 million allocation of our money?
Well, sadly, probably the people that voted for them.
Am I reading this wrong, viewers and listeners? I genuinely asking you the question. Neil Williamson, he has hashtag elections matter. Neil Williamson is on Real Talk tomorrow at 10:15 a.m., the president of the Free Enterprise Forum, and we will most certainly talk about this. Tom Powell is watching the program. Judah is correct. This should have been done.
Neil or Tom?
This is Tom Powell.
Okay.
Judah is correct. This should have been done years ago from the founder of the toy lift. The toy lift is tomorrow, rain or shine, snow or shine, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. at Fashion Square Mall. Tom Powell, thank you for watching the program. Cindy Riggs and Janice Boyce-Trevelyan, welcome to the broadcast. I'm straightforward with you guys. I think that's why you watch the show. This is the early foreshadowing of more taxes for Albemarle Countyans.
So you think that the Board of Supervisors will eventually approve this once they have the information they need?
I think Albemarle County Board of Supervisors, and you know who's in a real predicament here is Mike Pruitt. Because Pruitt's running for the 5th District. He's running for Congress. And Pruitt has serious political ambitions. It's not to be the Scottsville District Supervisor.
Yeah.
Okay. Pruitt fancies himself, and he's got a lot of upside. Mike Pruitt's got a lot of upside to him. Military man, smart guy, lawyer. Is it UVA law school grad, I believe? I think so. Very smart guy. Talks the part, knows how to shake hands, kiss babies. Pruitt looks the part. He watches and listens to the show. He's got big-time political upside. But Pruitt, of all these supervisors, has to navigate this the best. Because he's got to galvanize a base in the 5th District that leans red and leans right. And he's blue and left.
Yeah.
And one of the things that will not galvanize a district is schools and kids and overcrowded schools. Okay? So he's really got to thread this needle carefully. But on Wednesday, he was flat on the record saying, dude, we can't afford this. I'm going to straight up tell you that. Yeah. Straight up on the record said that.
Yeah, he says in the article he's not gun-shy about leaning on risky financial policy, but he just doesn't see a way to do it.
Philip Reese offers more commentary. He says a 1% sales tax would only create an additional $25 million a year. That's not enough to pay for a $250 million school in 5 years. Philip Reese, we need another high school, but because of all the money wasted on Center 1 and Center 2, we cannot afford a new high school. The school board put our county in a financially untenable position. That's from Philip Reese right there.
Yeah.
We have to call a spade a spade. It's the same party and the same people on the board.
Yeah, on both sides.
Well said. Ned Galloway, and he's coming on Real Talk. Ned Galloway's a friend. He's about to do his 3rd term. Yeah. Ann Malik's in her 5th term. Diantha McKeel, I think, is in her 4th term. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, what's B in? Is B in her 2nd term? Lepisto Kirtley? Pruitt's in his 1st. Jim Anders is finishing his 1st. We have the same people in the same party making these decisions, and now they're telling us that their decision-making over the last generation has proven to be incorrect, the center model, and now we made a $250 million mistake. Oopsie. Can I get a mulligan? As if I'm on the first tee and I got the yips because I'm right next to the clubhouse and the starter's hut, and there's about 4 other groups about to tee off next to me. So I hook a ball left and I shank it off the heel of my driver. Let me get a mulligan. Is that what the school board is saying? Give me a mulligan? This is a story that's just beginning. John Blair's comments coming up. John Blair's photo on screen. My son says you were crushing it at the squash courts yesterday. As to the new high school, it interests me that the county has been talking about school capacity for decades. Yet for decades, no one in the county has had the ability to analyze how the land use patterns set by the Board of Supervisors have created this issue with capacity. The Board of Supervisors has created a near segregationist high school due to their poor land use policies. They've abandoned everything south of the urban ring. Their approvals of housing and business up and down 29 north of the urban ring has created this crisis of a new northern high school. Why is no one focusing on how the land use policies have created this crisis? Great comment.
Interesting, yeah.
You want to unpack that one for the viewers and listeners?
I think you'd probably do a better job of it.
The segregationist high school, which one is that?
I don't know.
Western Albemarle High School in Crozet.
Okay.
Bougie, white, wealthy, old trail, yuppie, new money, high median family household income, Some have monikered Western Albemarle High School as Stab West.
Yeah.
Route 29, they're slamming everything possible up and down this density corridor, Forest Lakes, Hollymead, and every neighborhood up and down that stretch. That stretch has got a cluster of people that are making a long, long commute to Albemarle High School. Judah made the point yesterday, imagine getting out of school at 4:30 and having to get on a school bus and have to get dropped off north of town.
Yeah.
Barbersville, northern Albemarle, close to the Green Line. When are you getting home, after 7? If a viewer and listener that's watching this program and you live in northern Albemarle County and your kids go to Albemarle High School, Philip Reese, do you have this answer? How long does it take for your kid to get home on a bus when traffic is snarled on 29? Are they getting home in the 6 o'clock hour, the 7 o'clock hour? I sincerely have that question. I would like to know that. The land use strategy and policy, is there one for the county? So John's saying it's not the supervisors that can push all the blame on the school board for shocking them with $250 million request.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the chess that's being played poorly by the supervisors. Malik's been on there for 5 terms. McKeel, is it 4 terms, Neil? 3 or 4 terms for McKeel. Ned's going on his 3rd. Lepisto on her 2nd. This is the beginning of a serious you-know-what, ladies and gentlemen. And the people that are getting stabbed with the sword, getting stabbed with the mistake, feeling the wrath of the mistake, are the kids.
Yeah.
And it's whether you want to admit this or not, it's not the kids of the resource that are feeling this.
Right.
Whether you want to admit that or not. And that's a fact. And I'll close my commentary with this. How about this? I truly want data, and Weldon Cooper's very well situated for this, on population increase in Albemarle County Public Schools. This whole foundation of this presentation and wanting $250 million is rooted, Judah, on population uptick.
Yeah.
Does Albemarle County Public Schools, is it really going to population uptick? That's what I'd like to see. Thoughts and comments, Judah Wickhauer, put them in the feed.
Yeah, I mean, Weldon Cooper would be great. How much are we going to spend on getting this information?
Deep Throat watching the program, number 1 in the family. The Weldon Cooper money would be well spent. Deep Throat, I love when he offers comments. $250 million for a high school, $250 million. Looking at recent new high school projections in Virginia 2025 ranges the cost from $97 million to $200 million, around $80,000 per pupil. I guess this is not Albemarle specific, but geez Louise, in Bozeman, Montana, they're going to replace the existing high school, and they think they can do it for only $50 million. And that's for around 1,400 students, so more like $35,000 per pupil. And I know for residential construction, Bozeman is way more expensive than anywhere in Virginia, so I wonder why schools construction is so expensive in Virginia. I also, and I know it's not an apples to apples comparison, but the Fluvanna County new high school construction was $82 million. Now, I get that was years ago, and to put in perspective, what are we talking? I mean, a decade ago? I mean, I guess the cost of construction, the cost of materials, the cost of labor over 10 or 11 years may have jumped from 82 to 250 million, but that's a 3x jump. Are we at a 3x jump in a decade, 11, 12 years? We'll get off this topic and go to some others. Philip says, we will find out next year on the commute. My oldest son will be attending Albemarle High School. It's a long commute from Hollymead during peak commute time.
No doubt.
I would not be surprised if the Albemarle High School students that live in northern Albemarle County are getting home on the bus after 7 p.m.
That's rough.
Tom Powell, this is what we get when you have one party's idea for such a long time. Time for some new ideas and input. Jason Noble, I know a few Albemarle County public school folks that their kids get home 5 p.m. or later. Neil Williamson, for what it's worth, if a high school was started today, it likely would not be completed until the 2031-2032 school year.
Yeah. That's why you need to think ahead.
Lonnie Murray, watching the program. To be fair, Western Albemarle High School is where it is because of Charlottesville's annexation threat. Albemarle did not want to build a new high school and have Charlottesville just take it. And that's why we have Western Albemarle High School. That's from Lonnie Murray. We have 2 supervisors, 1 counselor, and a handful of school board members in Charlottesville, Albemarle, and Fluvanna County watching the show. All right, 102. I love that photo of Lonnie Murray. The man is a talented runner, a marathoner, a 5K-er, a 10K-er. Lonnie Murray, an asset to this community. I sincerely mean that, Lonnie. Next comments. Next topic. What do you got, Judah Wickhauer? We'll talk about this tomorrow with Neil Williamson on Real Talk at 10:15 a.m. He's going to be driving in from his manor and his mansion and Green to our studio in downtown Charlottesville.
His manor and Green?
His manor, his mansion in Green.
Nice.
I can't wait to see Neil Williamson. We could talk about this. We could talk about the short-term rental, the STR, the homestay regulation in the city of Charlottesville. Neil, we got a lot we can talk about with you, amigo, at 10:15 a.m. tomorrow on Real Talk. John Blair, if you don't believe that these land use policies have created a near segregationist high school, here's a link from the Virginia Department of Education. Western Albemarle High School's school population, the black population, is 1.3% of the student body.
Wow.
1.3% of Western Albemarle High School's student body is black. And he shares the link on my LinkedIn page in the comment section for you to read and understand those data points and metrics. 1.3% of Western Albemarle High School is black. Next topic, Judah Wickhauer.
Next up, we've got some business notes.
I'm excited for this. I first would like to highlight our clients who've become friends, Chris and Tracy Crowley. We help them purchase, we do a lot of business brokering in town. Probably, straightforwardly, I can say this with confidence and conviction. We broker more business deals, people buying and selling businesses, than anyone in this 300,000 person region, our firm. Very straightforward, confidence and conviction. We help them purchase Great Harvest Bread Company. Mm-hmm. They are now rocking and rolling at Woodard Plaza. Mm-hmm. And there was an opportunity with a client of mine, and he said, we have this building in downtown Charlottesville that we need some reimagining. Help us do it. And it was the Wells Fargo building on the downtown mall, 8 stories. Beautiful building, historical building, a building of significance and prominence. The building, its primary tenant, the bank, they closed the doors during COVID. There was a time where bank halls needed to have 40-foot ceilings and marble floors and columns and coffered ceilings and just all the furniture, fixtures, and finishes, because it was that appearance, that perception that bred trust with people, with their money, and a bank.
Yeah.
Now, one of the collateral damages of COVID, these bank halls are not as necessary, and they're being repositioned or reimagined. That's what we're currently in the process of doing. Now we bank on screens. It's so impersonal. Yeah. We use our phones for banking now. When before you could I go into the BB&T or the Truist in downtown Charlottesville, and Karen Timberlake was always behind the window. I'd say, hi, Karen, and she would know my son's name, my wife's name, my son's birthday, what grade he was in. I know about her. I would know Hannah Brown when she was the bank manager at BB&T or Truist, or Kim, one of the team leads. And we just talk. We had conversation. Now it's all phones, all instantaneous, all immediacy. There's no personal connection to it anymore. It's demoralizing, it's disheartening, it's collateral damage from COVID. Many collateral damages from COVID. This is certainly one. So this Wachovia building, this Wells Fargo building on the downtown mall, you guys know it. It's right on the corner. What's that corner street by Petit Pois? Is that Second?
I think it's Second. Yeah.
Second. Downtown Mall on 2nd. Okay? We're reimagining it. The ATM space that was previously the ATM for the bank, we are reimagining as a Great Harvest Bread Company spoke. They're crushing it at the farmers market. Why can't they have the same success at an ATM space that is relatively the same footprint as the farmers market, but it's covered and has climate controlled and can offer 24/7, 365 access to passerbys on the downtown mall? Professionals, visitors, tourists, locals. So, came up with an idea. You're crushing it with your bakery. Why don't you do grab-and-goes, sandwiches, coffees in this ATM space, and we'll figure out a rent structure where your business model can be staffed by one person, maybe two at busy times. Your rent's at a level where you can make some true incremental top-line money from here. Put the deal together. The signage is up thanks to Conan Owen, Sir Speedy of Central Virginia. Let's give Conan some love. A Darden graduate, Sir Speedy of Central Virginia, Conan Owen. He does all the signage for our 24 tenants, the signage for our firm, does a lot of the signage for our clients, our buildings, folks we're working with. He's a man you can trust. Conan Owen, Sir Speedy, a Darden graduate, locally owned and operated. The signage is now up in the building, and now we have an ATM space reimagined as a grab-and-go to-go coffee shop in the heart of downtown Charlottesville. In this scenario, everyone wins. The consumer, the business owner, the landlord, and the folks who helped structure the deal and put it together. Congratulations, Tracy and Chris Crowley. You're going to have tremendous success there. Other news and notes that I want to highlight on the program. Chicken Salad Chick, grand opening on the near horizon. That's a Darden graduate, the Chicken Salad Chick. The grand opening is Wednesday, December 17th.
Yeah,
you can win free chicken salad for a year.
2 weeks away.
2 weeks away. I also want to highlight that a Darden iLab, a Darden graduate by the name of Olivia Cleary, UVA 2020 undergraduate degree, Darden iLab 2024 degree. She's got an architecture background. She's the founder of the Clearly Collective. She's on the Forbes 30 under 30 list. Beautiful lady, 30 under 30 list. Olivia has grown her venture, a luxury silk scarf brand inspired by iconic architecture and destinations. And now she's been recognized by Forbes magazine as one of the 30 under 30 to watch. Wow. So congratulations. Yeah. And last but not least, some rumblings and grumblings with maybe the Little John space. We'll follow that closely. I will say this. I've been told you're watching the show these days, and I'm holding you accountable. Stefan Freeman, I gave you props when you were scaling your empire, and I was touting you as the restaurateur of the year in Charlottesville, Albemarle County, and Central Virginia. Now I hold you accountable because we're equal opportunity commentators. You got a lot of vacancies in Charlottesville, and they're making the community not look great. Draft Tap Room,
especially on the downtown mall.
Bonnie and Reed, Old Metropolitan Hall. He's got 3 on the downtown mall.
Yeah.
He's got Little John's on the UVA corner. Mm-hmm. I think it might even be tied to Michael's Bistro above it. And Ace Biscuit and Barbecue just caught fire for the second time. So, Stefan, a little nudge in the tuchus. Let's get cracking, please. Vanessa Parkhill watching the program. Kids are better off playing a sport or doing something after school and then getting picked up by a parent after work. I totally agree with that, Vanessa Parkhill. We got our second grader doing after-school sports. He's 7 years old, 3 days a week right now, from 3:15 to 6 o'clock, 3 days a week. Our second grader and our 3-year-old, they're like Jack Russell Terrier puppies who chugged a liter of Mountain Dew. These Jack Russell Terrier puppies that are high on the dew, they're only behaved when they're exhausted. A good puppy is a tired puppy. Same with our kids. So he's doing 3 days a week of sports as a 7-year-old. Last topic on the program. How about that basketball team, ladies and gentlemen? Beat the brakes off of Texas, that basketball team. Ryan Odom has got a balanced bunch. He plays, 8 to 9 guys? Elijah Gertrude didn't really get into the game, and that guy's got some upside. He's got 8, 9, 10 guys that can play quality minutes, ladies and gentlemen. He's deep in the front court. He's deep in the back court. He's got a couple of NBA players on this roster, and they humiliated Texas for a quad 1 win that's going to help them come tournament time. Ryan Odom and UVA, props. That was as dominant a game of basketball as we've seen in some time here with this Virginia basketball team. I woke up this morning and I looked at my Cocoa Puffs while sipping my coffee as my
Cocoa Puffs.
As our youngest son, our 3-year-old, was trying to do the Three Stooges, poke the eyes of the family German Shepherd. Poor Max, dude. Max is almost 12 years old. He's arthritic. He's got a gray, what is this called?
Muzzle.
Gray muzzle. He's arthritic. His bones creak. And he's got a 3-year-old body slamming him and doing the Three Stooges eye poke thing to him. Poor Max. Okay? I woke up this morning while watching this happening, hoping to God that Max didn't finally say, enough already, 3-year-old. And I said, you know what? This morning, Virginia basketball just beat the brakes off of Texas. And in 48 hours, Virginia football is going to play Duke in the ACC championship for a shot to go to the college football playoff. What a time to be alive.
No doubt.
Merry Christmas and happy holidays from yours truly and the fabulous Judah Wickower. This is the I Love CVille show.